having just moved to the area, my daughter-in-law did some research and found out about forget-me-nots, and very pleased I am that she did.
And we were referred by our GP practice to the social prescriber, Leanne, and she gave me sort of a lot of information, one of which was about forget-me-nots. And we came along a week after Heather and Morris, and that's how we found out about it. I don't think there's enough advertising about it, to be fair.
No. What about your first impressions of forget-me-nots? I'm not sure whether that was a cafe session or one at Rushcliffe, or what was it that sort of
It was here.
And forced you to come back as well?
My first one was here, and it was just the atmosphere. Everyone was so friendly and just relaxed, and a very enjoyable morning of activity, which is what the men need. They don't want to be sitting down doing. They do that at home. They need exercise.
And both our husbands were quite sporty in their younger life, so it really is something that my husband really likes. So this is just an amazing space to bring them along to, and a safe space for them to come to.
You talk about earlier sort of the benefit of the fact you can always leave them to their own devices and they can get on with things. And I think that's a big part of forget-me-nots. Is the fact that the carers can have a bit of time to themselves as much as the individuals living with dementia themselves. Is that something that you see as hugely valuable as well?
Yeah, well, all the helpers at forget-me-nots, you feel safe. You can walk away and leave the men to get on with it because you know they're being well looked after. And, you know, accidents happen, but they will cope with things. So it's nice to know that they're safe.
Yeah. And you spoke as well about the support network that you get maybe from each other. You know, you're both sat here and you're at sessions with like-minded individuals who are going through the same thing. How important is that sort of chance to chat?
It's important.
Very important,
so important,
because there's an awful lot of time that you are actually on your own in the situation, which is quite difficult. So to actually have an hour where you can know that your husband's in a place where you can go and enjoy it, and we can chat is really useful.
So it's a peculiar situation because somebody else, although we're not all experiencing the same thing at the same time, Helen understands what I'm going through, and I can understand what she's going through, which possibly family, although they're caring and helpful and everything, they don't quite understand the basics. So.
Well, because you've got it 24/7, haven't you? So your friends, your family are very supportive, but we are living it 24/7, which has its challenges.
And just a quick word on the members of staff that forget-me-nots, like Aaron and Shamas, who do give you that opportunity to talk to each other because they're taking
They are amazing. I can't say how.
No, you can't. You can't.
I can't put it into words. They are so good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I feel you can trust them implicitly, and they're so caring and so kind. So, no, it's a wonderful organisation. It really is. And that includes the cafes that they have once a month, and the golf, and here. We're just so lucky. We're lucky.
And just one final question on the cafe, actually, the sort of practical advice that you get from the cafe session, because you have guys like Redfern care group coming in who are able to...
I think the cafe, the time that the carers can have separate to our family or our husbands is really useful, because you gain quite a lot of information from that, and at the same time the lady that comes to do the exercise she's very good too. So I think that's a very good space to be in, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, the men are with other men instead of being with us all the time. They've got other faces to connect with, and they do connect.